Hi, today I am teaching you the prophetic code number 4. This is also called the code of Shiloh. And when we say Shiloh, Shiloh simply means the place of rest or the state of rest. In other words, you can say the state of peace. Yeah, this code is similar to prophetic code number 3, which is the code of positioning. But when you talk about the code of positioning, you are mostly looking at the physical way of descending portals and to be able to activate your senses to pick signals or to catch signals. But when you are talking about this code, it is also referring to your spiritual state of peace, not your mental, your spiritual state of peace. So when you read in 1 Samuel chapter 3 verses 21, the Bible says that, "And the Lord appeared again in Shiloh, for the Lord revealed himself to Samuel in Shiloh by the word of the Lord," which means at the place of Shiloh, God kept revealing himself unto Samuel. And the term Shiloh, as I rightly said earlier, is a state of peace or rest. So this prophetic code simply means that for you to be able to prophesy well, you must sense an inward peace or an inward rest. When there is no rest within your spirit, it is a red flag that, prophet, where you are, it is not a good grounds for you to prophesy. Which also means that don't prophesy under pressure. Prophesy under a state of rest where you feel peace within your heart. So even Jesus told his disciples that when you enter a place and you don't sense peace, he said, leave that place. So this is not different with the one who wants to prophesy or the prophet who want to do well in the act of prophecy. Okay? What you need to understand is that the spirit of the prophet has an aspect of him which is called the consciousness. The consciousness of the prophet picks signals using two indications: peace or inward war. That is where sometimes you enter into an environment and you don't have the peace, or there's no rest within your spirit to do certain things. Listen, obey it, because that is God's voice to you. So when you are using the code of Shiloh, you must check your inner peace. When you get into an environment and you don't sense the peace, please don't force yourself to prophesy. You must sense peace. I prophesy at a state of rest. I don't put myself under pressure to try to please any man. I do it when I sense there is peace within the environment. When there is rest, my spirit is at rest. Of course, many people have been corrupted and their system are corrupt because they want to do it to make people happy. They want to prove a point. I am not in the business of competing with any other prophet. I am a version of my own. I may copy some of the ways other prophets use in prophesying. Maybe some of the steps, the way they package the prophecy, the way they deliver prophecy. But what you need to know is that after copying all that, I put all those things together, remove some of the excesses, and come out with my own version. So there can never be two Gilbert in the prophetic. There can never be two Hubert Angel in the prophetic. There can never be two Prophet Shepherd Bushiri in the prophetic. There can never be two Prophet Lovis, because after they have learned from others, they come out with their own versions. So this code helps you to figure out certain environments which you cannot prophesy. Of course, you can enter into a certain environment and there's no peace within you as a prophet of God. It is a sign that you don't prophesy. So God revealed himself often to the prophet Samuel, because where Samuel was, there was peace within his spirit. So he could see revelations often. There are certain environments that are very hard. One, because of the unbelief of the people. The people may be hard-hearted, so the atmosphere is so closed. Number two, the people may not be responsive to the prophecy, so it makes it very difficult for the prophet to flow. Let's say you are prophesying to them and they are not opened, they are very closed, shut. Number three would also be that the atmosphere is not a worship atmosphere. The atmosphere is so dry because there's no music. So you need to introduce a minstrel to saturate the atmosphere with the presence of God in order that you can minister. So let me repeat again. Number one, the atmosphere could be hardened because of unbelief. Number two, the atmosphere could be hardened because the people are not responsive enough. Number four, the atmosphere could be hardened because of lack of submission in the atmosphere. People are not submitting to the presence or are not welcoming what you are bringing on the table. So when you sense that inward war, it is a sign that that atmosphere you wouldn't do well. Okay? So in such places, don't try to go deeper because you will hit on hard rocks. But where you go and you see that the people are opened, they have the faith to receive, I tell you, even if you, the prophet, don't even want to flow, by the way the people are acting, it will push you to do more. And that force pushes you to flow easily and peacefully. You are flowing within a state of rest. So the code of Shiloh is one code that the prophet shouldn't play with. Thank you. If you like the video, remember to subscribe and watch out for prophetic code number 5.